When that cotton swab strikes the canal wall, it creates a microscopic shock wave that disrupts a biological process usually hidden from view. Welcome to Mapi AI, where we decode the hidden mechanics of the natural world. Today, we are investigating the specialized and often misunderstood science of earwax. We are zooming in to witness the biological machinery protecting your hearing, and how a common daily habit might be interfering with your body's internal security. Our compulsion to clean our ears is not a recent phenomenon. Humans have attempted to excavate this substance from their skulls for thousands of years. In a 5,000-year-old Sumerian burial site, archaeologists uncovered ancient toiletry kits resting beside skeletons. These kits contained pointed tools, fine tweezers, and tiny scoops designed to mine the ear canal. This substance is a standard biological feature across the mammalian kingdom. Scientists even discovered a 12-year-old blue whale carrying a dense, protective earplug measuring 25 centimeters long. Despite millennia of human efforts to remove it, this substance is a successful evolutionary adaptation. To understand its purpose, we must look at how the body manufactures it. Medically known as cerumen, the production of this substance begins deep within the cylindrical walls of your outer ear canals. As your outer skin cells age and slough off, they mix with a specialized liquid from your apocrine glands, the same type of glands that produce thick, oily sweat in your armpits. This oily sweat serves as the base. It merges with sebum, the body's natural facial oil, to undergo a chemical transformation into earwax. Your genetics dictate your wax. A single nucleotide shift on one gene determines fat secretion. This correlates with ancestry. East Asian heritage typically produces a dry, flaky variation, while African and European descent produces a wet, sticky compound. Your genetics provide a precise chemical blueprint for this substance, manufacturing a compound designed to perform a distinct biological job. One primary function of this waxy coating is lubrication, which prevents the skin of the ear canal from becoming dry or itchy. It also serves as a physical trap. Dust, debris, and microbes that enter the ear canal become permanently stuck in this gooey lining before they can reach the sensitive eardrum. Specialized wax proteins act as a localized immune system. Engaging in chemical warfare, they seek out trapped bacteria, dissolving their cell walls on contact. Stripping this wax away removes your body's frontline armor, leaving the fragile skin beneath exposed to invasive pathogens. Since this trap constantly catches debris, it eventually reaches capacity. This raises a mechanical question. How does the body clear the trap without human assistance? The solution is a biological conveyor belt. At the center of your eardrum, brand new skin cells are born, and as they grow, they physically push the older cells outward. This chart tracks the speed of that movement. Expanding at a rate of 100 micrometers per day, this process forms a microscopic floor that carries old skin and wax toward the exit of the ear. This autonomous disposal system ensures that dirty wax is removed from the ear without any need for manual cleaning. These facts suggest that the human ear is a self-cleaning machine, engineered to function without external grooming. This autonomous engineering comes to a halt the moment a foreign object is introduced to the ear canal. A cotton swab fights against the natural outward flow of the skin cell conveyor belt. The swab rams the bacteria-laden wax backward, compressing it into a dense wall and shoving it deep into a pressurized zone toward the eardrum. What happens to your hearing when this compacted wall of debris strikes that fragile membrane? And how does this daily habit create the conditions for severe infections and permanent hearing loss? We are about to find out. When you insert a cotton swab into your ear, you are driving a blunt object down a very narrow, dark tunnel. That densely packed wax is forcefully shoved backward. The swab compacts the debris into a solid wall, wedging it tightly against the eardrum. Because that blockage presses directly against the tissue, the eardrum can no longer vibrate to catch incoming sound waves, resulting in a sudden, muffled reduction in your ability to hear. This physical excavation actively works against your biology. Your ear canal is lined with microscopic skin cells that operate like an outward-moving conveyor belt, slowly carrying debris away from the eardrum over weeks and months. By manually forcing the wax backward, you create a physical barrier that prevents the eardrum from functioning as intended, silencing the sounds you're trying to hear more clearly. The damage extends directly to the skin itself. The supposedly soft cotton fibers actually function like highly abrasive sandpaper when scraped against the fragile lining of the canal. Earwax contains highly specialized antimicrobial proteins that neutralize bacteria and fungi. Scrubbing the canal strips away this essential layer of protection. At the same time, friction from the swab leaves behind invisible micro-tears in the unprotected tissue, creating pockets for dust particles and bacteria to gather. Pushing that swab just a fraction of an inch too deep introduces an even more severe risk. A direct impact can physically puncture the eardrum, an injury that shatters the middle ear's ability to process sound. Regular swab use strips away microbial protection and risks wounding the canal, creating a direct pathway for infection and potential hearing loss. As the medical risks of swabs become better known, many turn to alternative therapies. One of the most common is a holistic practice known as ear candling. In this procedure, a practitioner places a long, hollow, fabric-wrapped candle directly over the opening of the ear canal and lights the top on fire. The claim is that the heat from the open flame generates an upward-moving air current. This draft supposedly acts like a vacuum, strong enough to pull stubborn wax out of the canal. This schematic demonstrates the thermodynamic reality. Testing shows the open flame creates zero upward draft inside the tube, entirely incapable of dislodging wax. The dark debris found when practitioners cut open the candle is simply soot and melted candle wax collecting inside the hollow tube. Instead of drawing material out, the burning candle risks dripping hot, foreign debris directly down onto the eardrum, alongside the risk of external burn injuries. Physical therapies like candling replace mechanical friction with thermal danger. They provide zero medical benefit and fail to address the actual reasons why wax accumulates. There are legitimate instances where heavy earwax buildup occurs naturally and visibly interferes with a person's hearing. As we age, the chemical consistency of our apocrine sweat changes. The outward progression of that cellular conveyor belt naturally slows down. Without that constant smooth exit strategy, the wax pools deep inside the canal. It gradually dries out, clumping into stubborn, hardened obstructions. We then compound this biological slowdown with modern habits, primarily the daily insertion of foam earplugs and wireless earbuds. This diagram illustrates the physical problem. When an earbud sits inside the canal, it acts as a blunt mechanical stopper. The outward-moving wax strikes the device and is trapped, halting the biological conveyor belt. Wax impaction is rarely a result of poor hygiene. It is the result of physiological aging combined with the physical barriers of our acoustic tech. When faced with a genuine blockage, there are safe, scientifically tested methods for clearing the canal that do not involve friction or heat. Over-the-counter eardrops utilize a chemical approach. The fluid hydrates the hardened wax and softens its rigid molecular bonds without requiring any scraping. Once that dense structure is broken down into a softer state, the ear's natural mechanics can resume, allowing the material to make its own way out. For more severe, stubborn cases, healthcare providers use precise microsuction or gentle warm water irrigation. These clinical methods safely wash out the debris while keeping the sensitive skin intact. As for everyday maintenance at home, the safest approach is simple. Use a warm, damp cloth to gently wipe away the wax that has naturally emerged onto the outer ear, and never insert anything into the canal itself. Gentle chemical hydration and professional fluid dynamics resolve blockages, leaving aggressive, blind physical excavation entirely obsolete. The human ear operates as a self-regulating biological system, maintaining its own health without outside interference. This wax provides a vital antimicrobial layer that protects the canal from pathogens and debris. If this look into the mechanics of your hearing changed how you view your own body, hit that like button. Share this video to help others understand the science and avoid these common hygiene risks. We want to hear from you down in the comments. Have you ever fallen for the ear candling myth, or do you sleep with your earbuds in every single night? Subscribe to Mapi AI to continue exploring the hidden mechanics of the human body every week.